Many people don't understand the difference between career and calling. Here are a few differences. Number one, career is decided, calling is discovered. Career is natural, calling is supernatural. Career can change, calling does not. Career is done for money, calling is for eternity. Career requires education, association, but calling requires anointing. In order to find what you need to do with your career, honestly, you need to ask, what do you love to do? What gets you money? What is not illegal? And what can you do to help others and glorify God? You really shouldn't sweat about your career, because Paul tells you, whatever you do, do as unto the Lord. That's in Colossians chapter 3, verse 23. So, career is something that you choose. It's natural. It requires a degree. It can change many times, but your calling does not change. So, how do you find your calling? How do you find what you were called to do? Okay, now, when it comes to your career, it's whatever you want, honestly. Bro, as long as it's not illegal, as long as it pays you money, as long as it's helping people, whatever you want. The Bible clearly states, whatever you do, okay? Girl, listen. Your career, you don't need to fast about it. You don't need to go see the prophet, sow the seed to a Facebook prophet. Okay, you can just choose based on what do you want to do. Like sometimes people come up, they're like, man, I don't know what I want to do with my life. I'm like, what do you want to do? I want to be a counselor. I'm like, anything else? I want to be, I want to be a photographer, or I want to be a teacher. Well, awesome. Which out of these three pays the most? People are like, what? That's not spiritual. Yeah, well, if you're gonna spend 8 hours a day, at least it should pay you money. Okay, then the other question is, which one out of these three you're actually really good at? Which one of these three you're passionate about? And which one of these three you can bring the most good to this world? The moment you answer the questions, then you already have your answer on what you should be doing. And then just go and pursue that calling, or pursue that career. And in that career, be the light and the salt to your world. You don't need to be in full-time ministry to be a full-time Christian. Woo! That's so good. Drop that in the chat right now. You don't need to be in a full-time ministry to be a full-time Christian. Jesus is not looking for more full-time ministers. He is looking for full-time Christians who will live for Him in the marketplace, who will live for Him in college, who will live for Him on the street, in the gym, in the coffee shop, in the restaurant, everywhere. And if you agree with me, drop that fire emoji or number 1 in the chat right now. How do you find your calling? So we talked about how do you find your career. We talked about the difference between career and calling. We talked about the importance of work. But how do you